Now for a really cute penguin, again, guess what we start with? Two 660s for the body. And I'm going to be using, obviously, black for this guy, and I'm wearing a black shirt, so I'll try to make sure that you can see as much as possible what I'm doing. If not, just make something up and fill in the gaps. It'll all be good. Nobody will know the difference if you don't tell them. So set that aside. We're going to start by making our head. So we're going to get a black 660 and a white 660, both with about 4 or 5 inches uninflated on the end. Take and start by tying the nozzles of these two together. Trim a little excess there. And then we're going to set that aside. We'll need that in a minute. Probably should have done that next after I did this other part, but that's okay. It's all the same in the long run. Take one of your orange 360s, and this one should have about maybe 3 inches uninflated on the end of it. We're going to start by making a fold twist. This one's a little wider than my hand. Not really large, as you can see. And then tuck that nozzle to hold it in place. Make another fold twist the same size. We're making his beak. They make about a 7 or 8 inch bubble, and another bubble just slightly longer, so that you get just a little bit of bow across the top of that. That's not required, but I think it looks more like a bird beak when you do that, so that's the way I make it. We're going to trim the excess off, and now take the black and the white that we put together. And then where they're tied together is going to go right in the middle of those three, or that intersection there that you can see of the 3 triangles. We'll twist that in there, just like that. And then what we're going to do to make his head, we're going to make 2 bubbles out of each one, the same size. We're going to go up, twist them together, and come back down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make about a 6 or 7 inch bubble out of the white one. And then while holding on to that, I'm going to make another bubble the same size out of the black one. Just like that. And then I'm going to take, with it over so you can see the black that's not against me. And I'm going to twist the 2 of those together. Just like that. And then I'm going to repeat that process, coming back down into the beak. Doesn't matter which one you start with, I'm going to start with the white one. Bring that down, twist it around the beak there. There's 2 eyes, and then the black one the same way. The bubble. And then bring that down. I want to make sure it kind of goes up next to the other one and not out to the side. And then twist that in on the bottom of that beak as well, on the bottom of the head. There we go. What you want to do is put the 2 black bubbles obviously in the back. Then the two small fold twists for his cheeks, they'll go on the side. His beak will go in the front. And then I'm going to squeeze the air out of the white one. I want it a little smaller than the black. I'm going to start by making about a 4 or 5 inch bubble in the black one. And then I'm going to take and lay the white along it. But what I want to do is lay it down and squeeze the air out so it sort of flattens out like that. See how it's the same length as the black one, but it's considerably smaller. And now you can see how the black, if I hold it out to the side, ends up being a little wider. So when you look at it straight on, there's black on both sides showing and the white in the middle, and then the white is sort of flattened out. And it also lets his head sit just a little bit better to get it all straight up there. Now we're going to remove the excess. Oh, wait a minute. Take that back. We're not going to remove the excess white just yet. What I want to do is I'm going to make 2 pinch twists out of the white. There. And position them on either side of the base of his neck there. Gives them that little white color that some of the penguins have that makes them really cute. There we go. Once these 660s start getting a little soft, if you can move them along, they get really fun to work with. There we go. Now we got it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and remove this excess white. We don't need it anymore. Just like that. Go ahead and tie that off in the back there. And then I'm gonna bring that up and tuck it in the middle. Out of black and the white out of the way so it's out of sight. So there now we have our penguin's head. And he's really cute. Then what I'll do is going to come down. We don't need much beyond this. I'm going to make about a 3 or 4 inch bubble followed by a pinch twist. Really fun to work with. Like that. There you go. And then here in a minute, I'm going to remove this excess, but not yet. It's easier if you go ahead and attach it to the body, so you don't have to worry about the pinch twist coming undone. So, twist it onto the body. There at that point, wrap that around a time or two to make sure it's secure in place. And then this extra bubble we had, bite or cut or pinch or whatever hole in the end to let the air out. That end around there. And now our penguin has his head attached to his body. Now we're going to take the longer of the 3/6 that we had. This one has about an inch or so inflated. I'm going to take and squeeze it so it's nice and soft. Squeeze the air out almost to the end. And then tie it into a big loop. Just like that. So I've got one large loop here. Divide that into 2 equal bubbles. And then just make it a large figure 8. Like that. I'm going to take that. This is his front flippers, or his wings actually. Twist those up in the front of the base of the head. Cross them over one on either side. Just like that. Turn his head back around so he's looking forward again. Now he's got his wings. Set that aside again for the moment. We have left an orange 360 blown up nearly all the way and a black 360. We're going to take the orange and make his feet or flippers, the same thing. Do just like we did for the front wings. Just tie it into a large loop. Find the middle. Divide it into 2 bubbles and then make it into a large figure 8. Then attach this on the back of his body just like that. And again, they're not going to want to stay until we add his tail. For the tail, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a black 360 and make a little small bubble in the end and make that into a pinch twist. And then make another pinch twist. So we've got 2 small pinch twists on the end of my black 360 here. And then depending on how large you want his tail, take and make a fold. I'm going to make it about 12. The actual fold is about 12, 8 to 10 inches long, maybe a little longer. I don't know. A little or as long as you want. You can get a really long tail or a really short tail. So basically what I've got here, let's step aside, is just a loop with 2 pinch twists. Then I'm going to take that and attach it on the back end here where his feet are. Bring it around. And what you want to do is put 1 pinch twist on the bottom, 1 pinch twist on the top, and turn the pinch twist so they're lined up going this way with his body. And what that'll give you now is with the 2 pinch twists on the top and his tail sticking out the back, that will hold his back feet in place. And now we have our penguin.